Aging and Awesome. I think it would be very safe to say that all of us in the room today, all of you at home, probably everybody everywhere, we share one thing in common right now, and that is we are all overwhelmed. I mean, it's hard not to be overwhelmed with all that's happening out there in the world. So we invited Lisa Foley of Healing Minds here to kind of take a look at coping with all of the stress that's out there.
Yes.
Welcome, and now you're seeing more people in your practice, right?
Absolutely. Everybody's busy with mental health these days. And so I'm here today to talk about mental health in Nevada.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And so is it doubled? Is it triple? I mean, are you just...
We lead the nation in completed suicides. We lead the nation in lack of access. So it's an incredibly important topic that we need to kind of get everybody educated about.
And a lot worse since the pandemic.
Well, I think
and the weather and the climate and everything else.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to be skillful when things are going well. It is much more difficult to be skillful when things are going poorly. And certainly with the pandemic and the war and all of the pressures that have come from reinventing our society in the last 2 years, mental health is at the top of everybody's minds.
So how do you know when you're so overwhelmed you need to talk to somebody, you need to get some help?
Well, I think there's some really important signs to be on the lookout for, right? Is that when we start feeling hopeless, start feeling a lot of irritability. Irritability is a really common symptom of distress. Sleeping more than usual, not sleeping enough, feeling hopeless, feeling helpless. It's time to ask for some help at that point.
And that's not that easy to get the help because everybody's so busy, right?
Yes, and our clinic is doing our best to work with community partners to get everybody seen. I know everybody in town is working to treat our population. And so there is help available. I think that's what people need to hear. I also think it's important that people understand that mental health is covered under health insurance, covered under Medicare, covered under Medicare Advantage.
What do you tell people? How do you cope with all of that?
Well, one of the most important things is exposure to early morning light. Ideally outside without glasses is incredibly important. Such a random thing.
Wow, that is wild, yeah. Now, I don't know if anybody here has any questions about mental health or dealing with it or having any problems dealing with all that's going on?
We've been locked down for 2 years practically. Re-entering society and carrying on conversations can be quite difficult. I'd like to know if that would fall in the category of mental health.
Thanks so much for the question, Betty, about brain fog and what we would call adjustment. Absolutely, this is one of the things that comes under the umbrella of mental health.
You are doing a lot right now to try and be able to offer more help, right?
I am.
How are you?
Well, I come here, I do outreach. I'm trying to do education to the best of my ability. So we're looking to expand and continue to be the leader in providing mental health services here in Northern Nevada.
Wow. Well, thank you so very much for coming, Lisa Foley with Healing Minds.